Hey guys, what's up? It's Imani. Wanted to just hop in on here real quick to just share like to be real with y'all for one, and to share what's going on with me, and hopefully I can tie that back to you and how I can help you. You know, hopefully I can help you with whatever you've got going on by being honest about what's going on with me. Dude, that was a lot. So lately, I have not really been encouraged to do YouTube videos. And the reason why is honestly just because I'm not driving right now. Thank God I live within walking distance to my job and I really don't need a car, and I don't miss the car payments, all the above. But I'm not driving, and I personally, as much as I like these sit down videos, I prefer vlogs. Like I prefer being out, recording those things, and just being on an adventure and recording it for you guys. So without having a car, it's kind of hard to do that. Like my adventures consist of painting, writing, working out, eating, getting my hair done. Like, you know, like I can't just continue recording those things. And every now and then I'll go out and have fun, but hardly, okay? So, in church, you know, and no, I'm not gonna record church. But yeah, so it's just not really inspiring, and I haven't really been encouraged to do so. And then I have an older computer. Like I have a Mac that I'm using. This dog is so crazy, by the way. That's Daisy, for those who don't know. Daisy the dog. And then I have a cat that's gonna run around here somewhere, Chloe the cat. But anyways, yeah, so then I'm working on an older Mac computer, so that hasn't been fun either. And I've just been discouraged. And I wanna talk about discouragement on here and how to move forward in discouragement. And I'm still learning this, okay? One thing that I'm realizing is that God truly pays attention to things that we don't even talk about with him. So as far as me being discouraged with YouTube, literally yesterday, I go downstairs. We have like this pool table area at my apartment, and one of the residents just goes, girl, I haven't seen her in a minute. She's like, girl, like, oh my gosh, your recent video on self-love and how to love yourself was so good. Like you kept it so real. I appreciate it so much. And it was so good for me to hear that, because I was already like feeling discouraged because I'm like, okay, I'm not getting enough views on my videos. It hasn't been fun lately to record these, you know, and as much as I don't care about that, I still do, because I'm naturally a very goal-oriented, accomplished kind of female. That was a bad snap. There we go. Accomplished kind of female. And to the point where I just had to go back and do another snap because it didn't work the first time. My gosh, like that stuff doesn't matter, but it does at the end of the day too, you know. Naturally I can't with her. It was really encouraging for that to happen yesterday. And then it was just nice to know, like, okay, God, you do care about the little things, and reassuring me that I'm on the right path and that I'm supposed to be doing this. So again, because it was a random thing, it wasn't like she commented below, look, like we saw each other in passing and she said that. So in times where you don't feel encouraged to continue doing what you know you're supposed to be doing, what God is calling you to do, whether that is walking out your purity, whether that is pursuing the dream that God has called you to be, you know, to pursue, whether it's pastoring a church or, you know, staying in your marriage, you know, as long as it's a healthy marriage and they're not emotionally and physically abusing you, you know, okay, leave that there. But whatever it is that you know God is calling you to do, continue doing it, even if you literally do not care to anymore. If you don't care to anymore, you got to keep it real with God. Like, y'all know I love encouraging people to keep it real with God. Like, let him know, like, God, this sucks. I don't care anymore. You know, you're gonna have to really help me push through, God. And I think he will. Like, I really believe when you're honest with God and you're not just acting like everything's always all together and like, oh my gosh, we like pray, hallelujah, I surrender, but you're not really wanting to surrender, like, but you continue acting like it. God's like, okay, elephant in the room, we got a gorilla in the room, we got a monkey in the room, a giraffe in the room. Let's talk about what we need to talk about. He'll be patient with you, but you're prolonging that conversation with him, and you know that the next step that God may have you walk in. This dog, dude, this dog. Every time I record, she's extra. Like, she will be knocked out on the floor when there's no camera. But as soon as I pull the camera out, oh, look at you. Look at
doing her little lamb chop toy.
You know, I think another cool thing is like if you lose your passion for whatever it is you're supposed to be doing. There goes Chloe. Hey, Chloe. If you lose your passion for whatever it is that you know you're supposed to be doing, God will totally put that back in you at the right time, you know? And there's a lot of times in the Bible where, you know, some of his prophets just did not feel like going through with some things. I think it's Elijah who was killing a bunch of Jezebel's prophets, and homeboy was tired at some point. And, you know, God gave him the opportunity to take a lovely nap, and he fed him. He gave him the rest that he needed in order to continue doing what God had called him to do. So it's either Elijah or Elisha. I always mix those two up. Anyways, hopefully I don't end up naming my kids that. My gosh, that I would totally mix that names up. And sometimes accents come out of nowhere. But anyways, y'all, so I really feel like if you're discouraged, you know, God is going to send you encouragement if that is what he wants you to be pursuing. And because he cares about you, y'all. Like, he's not some God up in there like, money sucks, why is she not doing this? No, he's like, okay, my daughter, like, obviously is not encouraged. She doesn't have a car, and, you know, she's not able to really just, you know, be out here free willy-nilly and vlogging. So let me send her encouragement, because he knows that that's my love language is words of affirmation. Okay, if you're watching this and you're in my life and you haven't been affirming me, I need you to know my love language is words of affirmation and gifts. So anyways, but God knows that, and he knows what you need as well. He cares enough about you, okay, to literally send that and to encourage you, pat you on the back, you know, give you a hug, give you a prophetic word, give you a good dream, like give you some insight on how to, you know, get that passion back for that, get that desire back, get excited about whatever he's called you to do, strategy even, whatever it is, he'll send it to you. The other thing I want to say when you're discouraged to do is to do things that lift your mood. Do not just sit and binge watch. Do not just sit, you know, and think about all the issues that you have going on. I am not saying to suppress it by adding a bunch of activities, because that's not healthy either, because then those emotions are going to come out like the Jack in the Box out of nowhere one day, and everybody's going to think you're crazy. I promise you. Been there. But I do want to say, do things that are therapeutic. So for me, I legit went to Michael's, y'all, bought some canvases, bought a bunch of paint brushes. I am not trying to be Picasso. I'm not trying to be, you know, anybody. I don't even know any other artist names, because it's not that serious to me. But I like to paint. I've learned that I like to paint because I've used painting as a way to release stress, okay? Another way is working out for me. Like when I literally want to just scream, or if I'm so discouraged, I have to do some, you know, yoga, and I'm picky with my yoga, so don't try to come for me. Some people think it's really serious, because obviously yoga is rooted in Hinduism, like the Hindu religion. They do like poses for gods and stuff, but no, girl, I'm not humming and humming and chakarana and all that. Like, no, it's just literally Christian music on with some nice stretches, thanking Jesus to stretch my back out and all that. Breathe, be here. Anyways, you know, you just gotta find some healthy things to do. Don't just sit on your couch and harbor everything in your mind, because I promise you, you're gonna go to sleep with it. You know, and then when you release it and when you begin the process of releasing it, start to give it to God. Like God, Jesus says, give me your burden, for my yoke is lighter and easier. So give it to him. Like, dude, totally just give it to him when you feel discouraged. Every day, make it a daily thing. It's hard, especially when you overthink, right? Like I'm here, okay? I am one of the biggest overthinkers. Like I can't even like deal with myself sometimes, because I'm like, it is not that deep. Like I have no kids, I have no husband, no boo, no prospects. How am I overthinking? You know what I'm saying? Like moms do that, you know, and that's acceptable for them. They're supposed to overthink. Like that's a part of their job. But me, like I literally have no one to take care of other than these two losers, Chloe and Daisy. So yeah, don't overthink. It's going to be hard to just, you know, release sometimes if you do that. If you're also discouraged, I want to say, be around people that encourage you. Go talk to someone about it. Like, don't just keep it in and bottled up. Like, tell your friends straight up, look, like I honestly need encouragement and inspiration. ways to inspire yourself for whatever it is that you need. You know, for example, for YouTube with me, it could be, you know, looking at other people that inspire me on YouTube. One of mine is Jeanine. Love her so much. I emailed her and she emailed me back. And it was like, I didn't just go, hey, I like you, blah, 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 I'm a subscriber. No, I was seeking advice and she gave it to me. It was really awesome. It's so sweet. And she's from Texas. Hey, girl. You know, I use that as a way of, okay, she lifts my spirits up. She's also on YouTube. She's real. You know, she's been transparent with her journey for YouTube. And then if I'm really discouraged with YouTube, I'll look up other YouTubers who are discouraged as well. Because it makes me feel like, okay, I'm not the only one. Like, cool. You know, I don't use it to make myself feel better. Like, oh, good. Like, they suck. I'm better. But no, in a way of like, okay, I'm not the only one, like, who is struggling in this. So you never know, like, whatever you're discouraged in right now, your friend could be feeling the same way. And you guys just may have an opportunity to like lift each other's spirits and create a more deep, intimate conversation and safe place with one another. On the opposite, you know, stop talking to people. Like, stop engaging with those who are making you feel discouraged or less than or confusing what you're supposed to be doing. And sometimes these people don't even know that they're doing that. Like, unless they're just blatantly disrespectful, negative, and just toxic, most of the time they do not know that they are, you know, discouraging you with whatever it is that God is telling you to do. For example, so sometimes it's important to not even engage you. And I know it's hard because I just told y'all to tell a friend, but be very, very prayerfully picky with who you go to when dealing with this. You know, when dealing with discouragement or with dealing with just wanting some clarity or passion back or purpose back in whatever you're pursuing. Be picky with who you include in that conversation. So, because sometimes people are just not assigned to you in that moment to talk to you about that thing, or God is not calling you to open up in that, you know, and connect that person to you while you're going through whatever you're going through. Like, you know, I've had friends there that were with me and encouraging me with my friendship breakups and all that, you know, a year ago. But they're not going to be called to talk to me about something else. Like, you know, but I go to them because they have good wisdom, but God's like, hey, I didn't tell you to go to that person right now. Or I didn't tell you to go to that person for encouragement right now. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Encourage yourself. Like, you have to get to a place where you literally support yourself and inspire yourself, motivate yourself, encourage yourself. Like, be your biggest fan, because no one else is going to be that for you. You may have people that are like, good job, girl, like, I'm proud of you, blah, blah, blah. Your spouse may do it, but if you expect somebody to, that's unhealthy. Number one, you can't expect people to always support you and always encourage you, because they have different phases and seasons of their life where they're not feeling themselves even, or, you know, they're not going to be there for you because they're busy. So you have got to get to a place where you encourage yourself. Okay. But yeah, like, I hope this was encouraging for you guys. Like, share, subscribe, and let me know if you have any video topics. I love to talk about it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys pretty soon. Bye.